Have you ever pondered over the existence of an ancient civilization that was so advanced, it could only be a myth? A civilization that vanished without a trace, leaving only whispers of its grandeur? Welcome to the enigma of Atlantis, a legend that has captivated minds for over 2,000 years, a tale of a mighty empire that supposedly slipped beneath the waves in a single day and night. A civilization so advanced yet so mysterious that its very existence has become a subject of heated debate among historians and archaeologists. Atlantis, a name synonymous with lost knowledge, ancient wisdom, and a reminder of the impermanence of even the greatest civilizations. Yet the question lingers, could it have really existed? Or is it merely a figment of our collective imagination, a symbol of our fascination with the unknown? Join us as we delve into the depths of the legend of Atlantis. The first mention of Atlantis can be traced back to the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. In his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, Plato narrates a tale of a prosperous civilization that existed 9,000 years before his time. This civilization, Atlantis, was said to be located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now know as the Strait of Gibraltar. In Plato's account, Atlantis was described as an island larger than Asia and Libya combined, a place of unimaginable wealth and advanced technology. It was a society of extraordinary naval power, with a flourishing culture and grand architecture that was said to be adorned with precious metals. The Atlanteans themselves were a noble and powerful race, possessing wisdom and strength. But the tale takes a darker turn. Plato describes how the Atlanteans, intoxicated by their power, began to lose their virtue and moral compass. Driven by ambition and greed, they sought to conquer the known world, sparking a war with the ancient Athenians. Despite their advanced technology and naval prowess, the Atlanteans were defeated by the Athenians, who were seen as the upholders of justice and wisdom. Plato's tale suggests that the defeat of Atlantis was a divine punishment for their hubris and moral decay. Yet the downfall of Atlantis didn't end with their defeat in battle. In a single day and night of catastrophic earthquakes and floods, the mighty island of Atlantis was said to have sunk beneath the sea, disappearing without a trace. According to Plato, this disaster left only an impassable muddy shoal where the island once stood, erasing almost all evidence of its existence. Was Atlantis real or just a figment of Plato's imagination? The debate continues. Plato's tale, while captivating, leaves us with more questions than answers. Was it an allegory, a historical account, or a mix of both? Despite the lack of concrete archaeological evidence, the story of Atlantis continues to captivate us, fueling our imagination and our ongoing search for the truth about this lost empire. Historians and archaeologists have long wrestled with the Atlantis conundrum. The tale of a sophisticated civilization swallowed by the sea is as captivating as it is elusive. So where do experts stand on the reality of this legend? On one side, there are those who believe that Atlantis was a real place, perhaps an advanced Minoan civilization on the island of Crete that met a cataclysmic end. They point to the striking parallels between Plato's descriptions and the archaeological findings from the Minoan era. This civilization was indeed advanced for its time, with multi-story buildings, complex drainage systems, and vibrant frescoes that seem to echo Plato's vivid depictions. On the other hand, many scholars argue that Atlantis is purely a product of Plato's philosophical imagination, a metaphor for his vision of an ideal society. They point out that no other ancient texts mention Atlantis, which is odd considering the supposed grandeur and influence of this civilization. Furthermore, Plato's dates for Atlantis, some 9,000 years before his own time, coincide with the earliest days of city-states and written language. It seems unlikely that such a complex society could have existed so early in human history. Another significant hurdle in validating the existence of Atlantis is the lack of concrete archaeological evidence. Despite extensive underwater explorations and advancements in technology, no definitive proof of an underwater city fitting Plato's description has been discovered. This lack of evidence is often cited as the strongest argument against Atlantis' existence. However, as any good archaeologist knows, absence of evidence is not always evidence of absence. The ocean is vast and our understanding of the distant past is continually evolving. Who knows what discoveries the future may hold? Perhaps one day we'll find that elusive piece of the puzzle that brings the legend of Atlantis into the realm of reality. Until then, the debate continues and the mystery of Atlantis remains unsolved. The absence of evidence is not always the evidence of absence. Where on earth could Atlantis have been? This question has been the source of much debate and speculation throughout the centuries. The locations proposed for Atlantis are as varied as the theories about its existence. From the sun-drenched Mediterranean to the exotic Caribbean, and even the icy wilderness of Antarctica, each location has its own intriguing possibilities and challenges. Let's start with the Mediterranean, home to some of the world's oldest civilizations. It's a popular choice among many historians and archaeologists. They argue that its proximity to ancient Greece, the birthplace of the Atlantis legend, makes it a likely candidate. Furthermore, the Mediterranean Sea has witnessed its fair share of cataclysmic events, such as volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, which could explain the sudden disappearance of an advanced civilization like Atlantis. Next up, we have the Caribbean, a region steeped in tales of lost treasures and sunken cities. Some theorists believe that the lost city of Atlantis might be hiding beneath these turquoise waters. They point to the intriguing underwater formations found near the Bahamas as potential evidence. Moreover, the Caribbean is known for its violent hurricanes and tsunamis, which could have swallowed an entire civilization overnight. Lastly, let's traverse to the ends of the Earth, to Antarctica. It might seem like an unlikely location for a civilization as advanced as Atlantis. However, some researchers propose that Antarctica was once a temperate region with a thriving civilization. They believe that a sudden shift in the Earth's crust could have driven this civilization under the ice, literally freezing it in time. Each of these locations comes with its own set of geological phenomena that could support the existence of Atlantis. From violent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions to devastating tsunamis and shifts in the Earth's crust, nature's fury could have played a pivotal role in the rise and fall of Atlantis. In the end, the whereabouts of Atlantis remain as elusive as the city itself. Despite the numerous theories and proposed locations, we are still left with more questions than answers. But isn't that what makes the legend of Atlantis so enduring and captivating? The story of Atlantis is not unique to the Greeks. Tales of lost civilizations swallowed by the sea, only to be remembered in lore, echo through the annals of history and across cultures. In the East, we find the legend of Dvaraka, an ancient city described in the Indian epic, the Mahabharata. This city, like Atlantis, was said to have been consumed by the ocean after a great war. Strikingly similar, isn't it? Moving a little west, we come across the Celtic stories of Lyonesse, a kingdom believed to have sunk beneath the waves off the coast of Cornwall. The parallels with Atlantis are hard to ignore. Across the Atlantic, in the indigenous cultures of the Americas, we encounter myths of Aztlan, a paradisiacal homeland now lost. The Aztecs believed they descended from this place, which succumbed to a great catastrophe. Even further afield in the Pacific, Polynesian folklore speaks of a lost continent named Hawaii, a place of origin and final return, now hidden beneath the sea. These tales, from corners of the world far removed from each other, share an uncanny resemblance to the story of Atlantis. They speak of highly advanced societies, of catastrophic events, and of cities or entire lands disappearing beneath the ocean's waves. So, what can we make of these shared themes? Are they mere coincidences, the product of human imagination and our shared fear of nature's wrath? Or do they point to a shared human memory, echoes of a past civilization that once flourished and then fell, leaving only traces in our collective storytelling? Could these stories be remnants of historical facts, dressed up in the garb of mythology and folklore? Or are they cautionary tales, warning us of the consequences of hubris and the relentless, unforgiving force of nature? These questions, like the lost cities themselves, remain submerged in mystery, waiting to be explored and understood. Could these myths be echoes of a shared human memory, or mere coincidence? In the modern era, theories about Atlantis have taken a turn for the extraordinary. While some remain grounded in archaeology and history, others have ventured into the realm of science fiction. One of the most intriguing theories suggests that Atlantis was not just an advanced civilization, but one that may have been in contact with extraterrestrial beings. It's a bold assertion, but bear with me. Some proponents of this theory argue that the technological prowess of Atlantis, as described by Plato, could have been the result of knowledge imparted by visitors from outer space. They point to the alleged architectural marvels of Atlantis, its purportedly advanced societal structure, and technological wonders that seem out of place in the timeline of human development. In addition to these claims, there are also those who suggest that the Atlanteans themselves were extraterrestrials. This theory posits that the inhabitants of Atlantis were beings from another planet who had established a colony on Earth, only to have it destroyed in a cataclysmic event. While these theories certainly stretch the boundaries of our imagination, they've found a home in the realm of popular culture. Atlantis, as an idea, has been a source of inspiration for many creative minds. From Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to DC Comics' Aquaman, Atlantis has been portrayed as a place of wonder and mystery. In film and television, we've seen Atlantis reimagined countless times. In Disney's animated film Atlantis: The Lost Empire, it's an advanced civilization powered by a mysterious energy source. In the Stargate franchise, Atlantis is a city ship built by an advanced race known as the Ancients. It's these interpretations that continue to fuel our fascination with Atlantis, making it a timeless tale that captures the imagination. But it's not just in fiction where Atlantis has left its mark. Even in the realm of music, Atlantis has found a place. The band Atlantis took its name from the mythical city, and Donovan's hit song Atlantis tells a tale of a lost civilization. In the world of video games too, Atlantis has found a home. From Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the Lost City has been a setting for adventure and discovery. These depictions in popular culture not only reflect our collective fascination with Atlantis, but also shape how we view this legendary civilization. They've transformed Atlantis from a philosophical allegory into a symbol of a lost golden age, a utopia that was once home to a civilization far superior to our own. Whether or not we'll ever find proof of Atlantis's existence, it continues to captivate us, encouraging us to dream, to explore, and to wonder about the mysteries of our past. Atlantis, it seems, is a tale that continues to evolve. Could there be a scientific explanation for the Atlantis legend? This intriguing question has been the subject of rigorous debate, with some scientists offering compelling theories to rationalize the enigma of Atlantis. One such theory proposes that Atlantis was not a literal place, but an allegory crafted by Plato. The philosopher might have used Atlantis as a cautionary tale, warning societies about the dangers of hubris and the potential for self-destruction. This theory suggests that Atlantis was a philosophical construct, a representation of a utopian society that ultimately fell prey to its own excesses. However, there are also theories that posit a more tangible existence for Atlantis. Some scientists have pointed to recent underwater discoveries that could potentially be linked to the lost city. These include submerged ruins found off the coast of Japan, known as Yonaguni, and the sunken city of Pavlopetri in Greece. While these discoveries are fascinating, it's important to note that there's no concrete evidence linking them to Atlantis. On the other hand, some scientists have ventured into the realm of geology to explain the myth of Atlantis. They suggest that the story could be based on real events, specifically cataclysmic natural disasters. The city's sudden disappearance could be attributed to a tsunami or a volcanic eruption, phenomena that have been known to wipe out entire civilizations. Then there's the theory of Earth crust displacement, put forth by Charles Hapgood in the mid-20th century. This theory, though controversial, suggests that rapid shifts in the Earth's crust could have caused a technologically advanced civilization to suddenly vanish, possibly inspiring the legend of Atlantis. And let's not forget the intriguing theory of Graham Hancock, who proposed that Atlantis was a reference to a sophisticated maritime society that existed during the end of the last ice age and was wiped out by rising sea levels. Science may yet hold the key to unraveling the mystery of Atlantis. As we continue to explore and make new discoveries, who knows what we might unearth about this enduring legend. So, could Atlantis have really existed? We've journeyed through history, delved into Plato's dialogues, and surveyed a plethora of theories, all in pursuit of the elusive Atlantis. The historical and archaeological perspectives offer a sobering reality check, reminding us of the dearth of concrete evidence for such an advanced civilization. Yet the allure of Atlantis persists. The possibilities span from the Mediterranean to the far reaches of Antarctica, and even venture into the realm of extraterrestrial involvement. We've seen how the story of Atlantis resonates in cultures across the globe, serving as a cautionary tale of cataclysmic destruction. Modern theories and pop culture continue to stoke the flames of our fascination, while science offers rational explanations, suggesting that perhaps Atlantis was an allegorical invention of Plato's genius. The truth about Atlantis may be lost in the mists of time, but the quest for answers continues. We hope you've enjoyed this journey into the heart of the Atlantis enigma. As we delve into the depths of history and mystery, we must acknowledge the scholars, historians, and curious minds who've contributed to this narrative. Your curiosity fuels our exploration, and together we unravel the world's most intriguing mysteries. So let's continue this discourse. What do you think about Atlantis? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, history is a tapestry of tales, and every thread counts. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of Atlantis. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content. Until next time, keep exploring.